Let me tell you about rock bottom. Not financial rock bottom. I've been there too. This was a little bit different. This was the kind where your body just stops. I was sitting in a parking spot underneath my successful agency's office. I just placed a candidate at Google, a £42,000 fee. The celebration was ready upstairs. The team was waiting and I couldn't get out of the car. My hands were literally clamped around the steering wheel. I couldn't make them let go. All I could think of was, if I go upstairs and celebrate this, I have to do it all again tomorrow. And I don't have anything left. That was the moment I knew recruitment had broken me. Not because it was hard, but because the system I built, the one that was supposedly my dream, was designed to extract everything from me and give back just enough to keep me coming back for more punishment. We don't talk about this. We post the, hey, I just closed another deal. That's a LinkedIn update. We show the bottle of champagne. We don't show the 2 a.m. panic, the constant low-grade nausea of an empty pipeline. The way you're personally just flattened into that recruitment voice that you can't turn off. For me, it manifested into 3 specific fractures. Fracture 1, the empathy depth. You start with this genuine desire to help, to connect people with careers, to solve a company's problem. That's the fuel. Then the machine gets hands-on. Every candidate becomes a CV in the ATS. Every client becomes a fee percentage. Every human story becomes a placement narrative to leverage. You become a professional manipulator. You have to. You learn to manufacture urgency, to stoke FOMO, to gently pressure, to sell a dream you're not even sure exists. You do it so well, you start doing it to your friends, your partner. You're always on. And the day you look in the mirror and you don't recognize a person who can listen to someone's career dreams and immediately calculate their monetary value to you, that's the day. That's the first break. The corrosion of your own empathy. Fracture 2, the success trap. This is the most insidious one. The machine breaks you precisely when you're succeeding. You make a massive placement. You get the high, the validation. See, it works. Then Monday hits. The pipeline is zero again. You're back at the bottom of the roller coaster. Your success didn't build the foundation. It's just the reset timer. So you chase the next high, the harder, faster, the harder you work, take calls on holidays, weekends. You're not building a business. You're feeding an addiction. The wins stop feeling like victories and start feeling like reprieves. A temporary stay of execution. That 42K fee from Google, it wasn't freedom. It was a bigger, shinier chain because now the overhead was higher, the expectations were bigger, and the fallback to zero would be even more brutal. Success in the traditional model isn't an escape. It's bigger cage. Fracture 3, the enemy heist. This is the final break. You're no longer Sami or Sarah or David or Mohammed. You're the recruiter. It's the first thing people know about you. It's the only value you bring to a conversation. Your network is transactional. Your friendships are laced with, what can you send me? You lose the ability to have a hobby, to read a book, to just be without the subconscious scanning for opportunity. Personality becomes a brand. Your conversations become pitches. Your life becomes a metric. When the thing you do for money consumes who you are, that's not a career. That's a hostage situation when you're both the captor and the captain. So there I was in the car, broken, and in that moment of absolute stillness, dangerous thought occurred to me. What if the problem wasn't me? What if the problem was the game I was playing? What if recruitment, as we've been taught, the contingency grind, the transactional relationships, the hustle-based income, isn't a flawed business? What if it's a perfectly designed system for producing broken founders? Think about it. The incentives are all wrong. You're incentivized for speed over quality. You're incentivized for transaction over relationship. You're incentivized to be a lone wolf, not a team builder. You're penalized for strategy because strategy takes time away from hustling. It's a game where the only way to win is to play harder, play longer, and with more of your soul. And the house always wins. The house is the infinite demand of the market. I realized that I hadn't built a business. I built a job with unlimited overtime, and my entire identity was the collateral.
Quick one. I've just landed in London. I'm here to host a seminar helping aspiring and current recruitment business owners scale their businesses. We've got 3 students who are currently doing anywhere between 10K to 30K a month. No experience. Started 6 months ago and they're crushing it. We've got established business owners doing anywhere from 800K to £3 million every single year. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure you check out the links on the description and I'll see you on the other side.
So I stopped. I didn't quit. I stopped. I stopped playing by the rules that were designed to break me. I stopped selling my time. I started selling outcomes. I stopped being a vendor. I became a physician. I stopped building a pipeline. I started building a predictable machine. I stopped being the star player. I became the coach who designs the plays. The first thing I designed was a simple, non-negotiable rule. I don't solve problems after 7 p.m. or on weekends. The world didn't end. Clients adapted. My brain started to heal. The second thing, I created a single undeniable offer. Not we do recruitment, but we guarantee that you will hire a lead engineer within 30 days or you pay 50% less. Here's the fixed fee. It forced me to be brilliant at diagnosis, not just at selling. It attracted clients who valued my time and results over discounts. And the third thing, I documented one process, just one, how I sourced a candidate. I turned it into a recipe. Then I gave that recipe to someone else. And then a miracle happened. They did it almost as well as I did. That was the first brick in the wall between my sanity and the chaos. This wasn't an overnight fix. It was a reconstruction, brick by brick, system by system. But here's what changed almost immediately. The fear left. The 2 a.m. dread vanished because I was no longer dependent on the next roll of the dice. I was building a dam, not just bailing out a leaking boat. I'm not here to tell you to quit. I'm telling you that there's a version of this where you don't have to be broken by it. There's a version where your empathy is your superpower, not a liability you burn out. Where your success compounds instead of just repeating. Where you are the founder, a leader, a person with an actual life, not just the recruiter. It starts with this question, the one I asked in that parking garage that day. What game am I actually playing? And who wrote the rules? If the rules are designed to break you, you don't need to play harder. You need a new game. The blueprint for that new game is what I call the architect's playbook. It's the exact sequence of moves that transforms you from the primary exhausted player in the game into the calm designer of the board itself. It's how you build a recruitment agency that funds your freedom instead of consuming your identity. I've documented this entire playbook, the offer formula, the client filters, the systems to build it into one resource. It's called the 7-Figure Recruitment Agency Playbook. It's not motivational fluff. It's the tactical reconstruction guide I wish I had when I was sitting broken in that car. The link to download it for free is in the description. If this hit home for you, if you've never felt broken by the very business that you've built, or rather if you felt broken by it, do yourself a favor. Hit the like button. Send this message to anyone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to this channel. I drop this kind of real tactical breakdown every single week to help you rebuild. And I'm genuinely curious. In the comments, tell me, what's the one thing in your business that if you could systemize, it would tomorrow give you the biggest piece of your sanity back? Could it be candidate sourcing? Is it client reporting? Maybe your sales call process? Let me know and follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram. Links are in the description and you'll get daily insights on building an agency that doesn't break you. Go get the playbook down in the description. Your first move is stop playing a broken game. Your next move is to learn the rules of the one that you actually want to play and the one that actually pays. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Before you go, let me quickly tell you why you should subscribe. If you're serious about making money in recruitment, whether you're a business owner trying to scale or a recruiter looking for independence or an entrepreneur or salesperson exploring the industry, this is a channel built for you. I don't just share theory, I give you practical guides, step-by-step tutorials and real insights from my experience. I started from scratch, spent years figuring this stuff out on my own, and now I'm sharing everything I've learned, the wins, the mistakes, and the systems that actually work. This is real, on-the-ground knowledge of someone currently running multiple recruitment agencies, managing teams, and building systems that scale. If that sounds like something you want to be a part of, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. I post new videos like this every week, and I also share more insights on my Instagram, things you won't find in any formal degree. So go ahead, check out the next video, and let's keep growing.